Hi, I'm talking about what the ultimate purpose of man is, or what the ultimate purpose of life is. Have you wondered what the purpose of man is, or what the purpose of life is all about? I will explain this in two classifications. First, I will talk about the purpose of man before the fall of man. And the next will be the purpose of man after the fall of man. The ultimate purpose of life, or the ultimate purpose of man, is fruitfulness, multiplication, and dominance. Man was given the task or the duty to be fruitful and to have dominance over every living creature, over all the earth. So man was made in the image of God to be fruitful and to have dominance over the earth. We see this in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 and 28. And the Lord said, "Now let us make man in our own image and likeness. Let them have dominion over the face of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the face of the earth." And so God formed man in his own image, and he gave them dominance over every living thing, everything on the face of the earth. God gave dominance to man. Now, this is the original purpose of God for life, or the original purpose of God for man. But due to the introduction of sin, evil, and death, the disobedience of man gave the ultimate purpose of life a little shift. It is not done away with completely, but it has taken a little turn for us to go back into God's original purpose. So we need to be reinstated into God's original plan and purpose for life and for man. The reason man needs to be reinstated into God's original plan or purpose is because mankind cannot continue to be fruitful and have dominance over the earth in sin, evil, and death. Initially, the earth was meant to be forever. Man was designed to live on the earth forever in God's designed plan. But because of sin, evil, and death, mankind cannot continue in iniquity, in sin, and be fruitful on the earth and have dominance over the earth forever. And so God will reinstate his original plan by separating the sheep from the goat. In the end, the earth currently is time bound. In the end, God will separate his people from those who are not his. He will separate the sheep from the goat, and then he will place them in two separate places. And that would restore God's ultimate plan and purpose. The ultimate purpose of life after the fall of man, or what is the ultimate purpose of man? We can see this outlined in Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12 and 13, which states that, "Now, O Israel, what does the Lord your God require of you? That you fear the Lord your God, that you walk in all his ways, that you love the Lord your God, that you serve the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, and that you keep the commandments and the statutes of God." This is the ultimate purpose of man after the fall of man. This was expected of Israel because they were the people of God. Every child of God, every life that comes into existence after the fall of man, these 5 key essentials are required from you to walk with God. It is expected of you as your duty of life, as your life's essence. Your life's essence is embedded in these 5 key things required of man, or required from the children of God. That we fear the Lord our God, that we walk in all his ways, that we love the Lord our God, that we serve him with all our heart and with all our soul, and that we keep all his commandments and all his statutes. Now, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13 puts the same thing in a different way. It says that, "Now, what is the conclusion of the whole matter? Fear the Lord and keep all his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. In other words, for this is man's all. For all works shall come into judgment. Whether it be good or evil, it shall come into judgment. Every little thing, every hidden thing, every secret shall come into judgment, whether it be good or evil. So this is the essence of life after the fall of man, that we serve God, that we submit ourselves to God. So in totality, the five key things outlined in totality is that we submit ourselves unto God. And that is the purpose of life. That is the purpose of man after the fall of man. Proverbs 27:11 tells us, "My son, be wise and make my heart rejoice, that I may answer him who reproaches me." So we need to make the heart of God rejoice by making our life's decision, our life's essence, to submit ourselves unto God, so that it will help God answer him who reproaches him, who is the devil. The difference between the ultimate purpose of life and our ambitions, our visions, our dreams. The ultimate purpose of life is for God. Your ambitions and your dreams and your goals could be for you. However, your dreams, ambitions, and goals can be affixed or joined with the ultimate purpose of life. Take this as an example. If you are a student in a college or in a university, and your ultimate purpose or your ultimate goal is to have a first class, now you begin to strategize and have specific objectives, such as studying 4 hours in a day, attending all lectures, amongst other objectives you can make for yourself. So if you put all the objectives together, you need to achieve your ultimate purpose or your ultimate goal, which is to attain first class. Or if your ultimate goal of going to school is to be employed by a specific company, you put in the specific objectives, you set the specific strategies for yourself to be able to be employed by that specific company by the time you are done with school. The ultimate purpose of life is to submit ourselves unto God, or specifically, as we have seen in Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12 and 13. That is the ultimate purpose of life. Now, our dreams, visions, aspirations in life needs to be specific objectives that would help us submit ourselves unto God. That would help us serve, love God, and keep His commandments. If your dreams and your aspirations are to be like, you want to be like a doctor, a lawyer, you want to be an architect, these things could be specific aspirations and dreams you have. But if these things does not help you to submit yourself to God, then you would be missing on the ultimate purpose of life. So if you are a doctor, your practices should help you keep the commandments of God. Your practices should not violate the commandments of God, else you would be missing out on life. So the purpose of life could be differentiated from our own goals, from our own aspirations and dreams. So do not confuse your aspiration to be an architect, your aspiration for some type of career to be your purpose for life. Your interest in a certain career is not your purpose for life. It could be your objectives and the strategies to help serve the ultimate purpose of life. But do not get it wrong that the career you pursue is your ultimate purpose of life. You can pursue a great career and miss out on God and corrupt your ways from God. So the ultimate purpose of life is to submit ourselves unto God. Your aspirations and your careers and your dreams and your goals should be affixed and joined to the purpose of life to make it meaningful. In some instances, God can also give you specific assignments, which are all objectives and strategies to help the ultimate purpose of life, to help submit yourselves unto God. So you need to commit all your ways unto God so He can guide and lead you in all parts, in every way, in every field, in every endeavor. You can commit yourself unto God, and He will show you what you need to become in one step of the way towards the ultimate purpose of submitting and serving God with anything that you can ever become on earth. The book of Ecclesiastes gives us a better understanding of the differences between the ultimate purpose of life versus our own dreams and aspirations. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 5. It talks about what does it profit the man if we make great name for ourselves, if we build houses, if we have so much pleasure, what profit does it have if we gain all these things, yet we are here today and we are no more tomorrow? What profit does it bring us? He says they are all vanities, vanity upon vanities, the vexation of the spirit, the vexation of the soul, the chasing after the wind, the grasping for the wind. It says all these things are vanities. For as we came from our mother's womb, so shall we return, empty and naked. So all these things does not have any essence for life. And that is why in chapter 12, verse 13, it says, what is the conclusion of the whole matter? That we fear the Lord and keep his commandments. If you fear God and keep his commandments, then you can enjoy life. But if you enjoy life and does not fear God, does not keep his commandment, then you'll be missing out on life. So you need to fear God and keep his commandments and enjoy life as a heritage which God has given to us. So the ultimate purpose of life is not to seek happiness. The ultimate purpose of life is not to make a great name for yourself so that when you are not here tomorrow, the earth can remember you. That is not the ultimate purpose of life. The ultimate purpose of life is to fear the Lord our God, is to walk in all his ways, to love the Lord our God, to serve him with all our heart and all our soul, to keep all his commandments, to make his heart rejoice so that he can answer him who reproaches him and reinstate us back into his original purpose for life, where we shall be with him in the new earth, where there shall be no more sickness, no more death, no more pain, no more sin and evil, and we shall live with God, and he shall be with us forever and ever.